Let me tell you about one of the most unfair games I've played. We were already at a disadvantage from the draft. The enemy team had 2 frontliners, solid, tanky, aggressive. And us? Not even one. To make it worse, our jungler was underperforming, couldn't create pressure, couldn't make plays. So right from the start, everything fell on my shoulders. And, as if that wasn't enough, my teammates were already giving up, typing in chat, blaming, panicking. So I made a decision. I left my lane. Not to roam, but to defend. Because I knew, if I don't, it's game over. The enemy Tigreal, he was a monster. Constant pressure, perfect setups. He didn't let us breathe for a second. He controlled the battlefield. He made every mistake we made punishable. But I stayed calm. I played safe. Because sometimes, when everyone else is losing hope, you have to be the one who stands tall, even when the odds are against you, even when it's not fair. Tigreal's in the bush, lurking, like a final boss, just waiting for all of us to group up. Meanwhile, the cockroach was itching to pounce on us the second Tigreal made his move, and boom, Tigreal ults, dives in like he owns the place. But what he didn't count on? Turret damage. Florin's healing, I flicker right away to avoid other poking, and to position myself. Next thing you know, Tigreal's face down. And the cockroach? Man saw Tigreal get folded and noped out so fast, he left his ambition behind.
It began with a cry for help. Our jungler, under siege by the cockroach from the enemy side. I didn't hesitate. I rushed to the scene, only to find poor Hellkurt running like his life depended on it. And truly, it did. I saw the fear in his eyes, so I teleported him home. To safety. To peace. But just as I turned around, there she was. Chang'e, raining stars upon my squad. My heart said, save them. But fate said, send her too. So I did. I united her with Hellkurt so they both can emotionally support each other. That's not all. Next, I spotted Granger clearly in distress. I approached with kindness, offering him a ride on Clint's instant teleportation service. But he ran, and didn't want my help.
There comes a moment in every battle when it's no longer about flashy plays or kill count, but about survival and strategic patience. It all began when I faced Granger eye to eye. No hesitation, I sent him back to bed, not with kindness, but with a cold reminder. You're not safe here. Then, I turned away and went back to farming. Because deep down, I knew this game was going to be hell. No frontliner. No one to stand tall in the storm. Only me. And my decisions. I rotated mid, only to see Julian, our brave soul, get one-shotted by the Black Dragon. My damage? Too low. My heart? Heavy. But I didn't throw myself into a hopeless fight. No. I made the hard choice. To farm, to scale, and to wait. I defended mid alone because I knew. Lose mid, lose vision. Lose mid, lose control. Mid is the heart, and I became its shield. As I farmed bottom, chaos erupted near turtle spawn. My team, surrounded. Tigreal and Granger showed no mercy. I arrived too late. They were already clapped, gone. And I made the smartest move I could. I backed off. Because when you're alone, with no front line, no crowd control, and no damage yet, you don't dive into death. You wait, you think, you survive. Then came Tigreal, ulting under turret like he owned the map. He caught me, but fate wasn't ready to take me yet. Florin's healing light saved me, and once again, Tigreal was the one who fell. Hellkurt ran, as usual. I recalled, healed, and just as I stepped back into the field, our mid lane was gone. My damage still wasn't enough. So I did the only thing I could. Played safe, farmed, waited. Because in war, sometimes the only way to win is to last long enough to strike when it matters. Then came a flicker of hope. Alpha ults on Chang'e, and together, we eliminate her. One less problem. One step closer to the fight we can win. So to every solo survivor, every underfed carry, every player stuck in the storm, remember, it's not over when your team falls. It's over when you give up. By the 14-minute mark, our inner turret had already fallen. We were completely exposed, and the enemy was preparing for the final blow. The Lord was marching straight down to our base, and the enemy team was just waiting for the perfect moment to end the game. Then it happened. Tigreal caught us in his ultimate. It could have been the end, but by some stroke of luck, the enemy jungler and marksman didn't follow up. That one mistake gave us the chance to make a comeback. I saw the opportunity and didn't hesitate. I went all in and got a maniac. One by one, the enemies fell. We managed to wipe the entire team, except for Chang'e, who barely escaped, and along with her, my savage. But I didn't waste time chasing her. I focused on what mattered, clearing the wave and leading the counterattack. We regrouped, pushed mid, and turned the tide of the game. I was hiding silently in the bush, waiting. I knew the enemy jungler would come, and I used my teammates as bait. Risky, but necessary. Just as planned, the enemy jungler took the bait, and we caught him off guard. We took him down fast, but there was no time to celebrate. Another lord was already marching toward our exposed base. We met it head-on and managed to kill it midway, but the pressure wasn't over. Tigreal was already on his way, ready to drop his ultimate on us. And then, that cockroach came, trying to pounce on us. But I wasn't going down that easy. I survived, thanks to my teammates jumping in just in time. Still, the situation was bad. We had no turrets left. Our base was wide open. The enemy? They hadn't lost a single turret. After clearing the wave, I went straight to push mid. But enemy Chang'e wasn't letting it happen. She kept poking and zoning me out. So I marked her first, but before I could push any further, the rest of the enemy team started showing up. I had to back off. But then came the real chaos. The dragon was after me like a madman, chasing me down with everything he had. Granger decided to join the hunt too. Both of them were completely focused on taking me out. And cause of that, they got escorted straight back to their base, nice and peaceful. That was our cue. We pushed mid hard. Then, Hellcurt and Tigreal tried to make a play. I barely escaped, but they weren't so lucky. Both of them ended up reuniting with their already dead teammates. I wasn't done yet. I set a trap, baited Granger out. He fell for it. I took him down. Right after that, we collapsed on Yu Zhong and finished him too. And then, it was just Chang'e left alone to defend. We already had the Lord pushing with us, and at that moment, we knew. This was our victory. We pushed together as a team, cleared the way, and finished the game. It was a tough match, and honestly, I didn't expect us to win at one point, but I gave it everything I had. I played my best, stayed focused, and didn't give up. In the end, the enemy team got tilted, and that worked in our favor. We kept our cool, took our chances, and made the comeback. That was our moment, and we made it count. Victory was ours.